The sun was blazing over the small suburban town when Officer Bradley, known among his peers for his arrogant behavior and unchecked prejudice, spotted a young pregnant black woman, slowly crossing the street with her shopping bags. Instead of offering her patience or assistance, he grew impatient, blared his siren, and shouted at her to hurry. When she didn't move as quickly as he demanded, he stormed out of his cruiser, spewing insults that caught the attention of passers-by. In a shocking act of cruelty, he shoved her with his boot, causing her to stumble and clutch her belly. Gasps filled the air as people pulled out their phones to record the incident, horrified by what they were witnessing. The woman, with tears welling in her eyes, steadied herself and calmly said nothing, choosing instead to walk away with dignity. Bradley smirked, thinking he had established his dominance. But he had no idea he had just made the worst mistake of his career. Within hours, the footage went viral online, sparking outrage across the community and beyond. But the real blow came when the police chief himself stormed into the precinct, demanding to know which officer had assaulted his wife. Bradley, who had been bragging to fellow officers about teaching a lesson, to what he described in racist terms, suddenly turned pale when he realized the pregnant woman he had kicked was none other than Chief Daniel's beloved spouse, Angela, who was carrying their first child together. The chief's rage was like nothing the department had ever seen. He ripped into Bradley, in front of the entire precinct, his voice shaking with fury and pain. Bradley tried to stammer an apology, but it was far too late. Not only was he immediately suspended, but charges were filed against him, and every ounce of protection he thought his badge afforded him vanished. The community rallied around Angela, praising her strength and composure in the face of such cruelty, and her story became a turning point in the fight against corruption and racism in the local police force. Chief Daniels made it clear that no officer, regardless of rank, would be above the law again, and Bradley found himself ostracized, humiliated, and facing prison time. The irony of it all was not lost on anyone. The same officer who thought he could demean and brutalize a woman because of the color of her skin had, in fact, attacked the very woman who held the heart of the man in charge of his future. And while Angela healed surrounded by love and support, Bradley was left to regret not only his actions but also the career and life he had destroyed with his own hatred